Save the Butcher!
Hi, this is Bob from HelpSaveTheButchers.com, and today we're going to talk about merchandising a bottom round flat. Now, a bottom round flat can be a real value to your meat department and your gross profit structure by offering good everyday cuts that the consumer is looking to buy. I have a bottom round flat in front of me. We're going to take off of the side piece here some sandwich steaks off on this, and I'm going to show you how I pack them to make a little bit bigger package. It is still light enough for the customer to buy. I'm going to show you a different way of cutting a bottom round roast. Let's start with the piece here, and as always, remember, minimize your trim so you can maximize your gross profit. Okay, the first thing we're going to do when we start doing a bottom round is we're going to clean the top up. We're going to take the side strap off here and any excess fat along the top. We need to make a lean piece of meat. I'm going to turn this around, show you the strap, and here we're going to take any excess meat off the outside of the strap, stick it underneath, and go in one direction towards the front, towards the back rump end. Then we're going to take a knife and go in the opposite direction towards the bottom round end. While it's in your hands, take any extra meat off of it. Now the nerve normally tucks in here, so you're going to have to go back in and take that piece out. Now over the rest of the bottom round, we're going to take off the extra fat on the top by trying not to cut into the meat if we can avoid it, and just skim along it. Now I'm going to clean the top part of the bottom, the face of it here. If you wanted to leave a little bit of fat on there for a bottom round roast, that's perfectly acceptable. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the side piece off. And the secret to making money with the bottom round is to make sure you don't put any extra trim into it, into the hamburger bucket. So we're going to make sure we ride right alongside of the nerve on this, okay, to take this piece off. And we don't have to cut fast. We just have to cut accurate. To go right down alongside the nerve. And we leave it on the main piece, not on the small piece here. See it? Now we can take this off. Now this here is where we're going to cut our bottom round roast from, this piece right here on this side. We're going to cut off maybe about a 3-pound, 3.5 pound piece and slice down nice and even. Give us our bottom round roast. On the next piece we're going to use cube steaks and stew meat on it. We're going to turn it over. We want to skim the bottom of the bottom round. Take any extra fat off of it. Once you've taken all the excess fat off of the bottom round, now you can cut a little bit into it. If you're skimming it, you've minimized your hamburger trim, and you're not leaving your trim too fatty. Now this piece here can be cut up for stew meat or cube steaks. Always make sure when you're cutting your cube steaks that you're going against the grain. The grain's running in this direction. You want to make sure you're cutting against the grain so even the cuber makes them nice and tender. We're going to put that aside for now. We're going to show you the finished product on cube steaks in a minute. But next we're going to talk about cutting a sandwich steaks off the solid side, the small side of the bottom round. We're going to skim the bottom of it just like we did on the regular bottom. Now we can cut into here and just take the rest of the fat off so that it's a nice lean piece of meat. Try to minimize the amount of red meat coming off from it. Now that we've trimmed the small side of the bottom round, we're going to slice sandwich steaks out of it. And you can see the inside part of it where it came off of the bottom round, this angle here. This is where we're going to cut our sandwich steaks from. It's going to give you a nice full cut. Slice them by hand. And we're going to put 12 of them in a number 12 tray, or you can put 5 or 6 in a 10 tray. Make sure it's flat and even. You're going against the grain this way. And whenever you pack, make sure you pack your steaks in order in the way they were cut. You can slice this all the way down if you like, or use the rest for cube steaks or stew meat. Now I'm going to show you how we pack our sandwich steaks. We're going to do a 10 tray with about 5 steaks in it. Remember the importance of packing red meat, especially sandwich steaks or cube steaks, is to make sure the exposure is the same on it. You want to make sure that they're evenly spread. Each steak looks nice and even like that. Now we're going to do the 12 tray. We're going to pack it in order. Remember to fill the tray from the upper right-hand corner to the bottom left. And the exposure should be pretty consistent on it. Packing them in order really does help the package appearance. And there's our sandwich steaks. right? Nice 12 tray, 12 steaks in it. Not too heavy, should be about 2 pounds, pound and a half or less. Nice value to the customer. Now we've done our cube steaks already, and we've packed them 3 in a 10 tray, and also I'm going to show you how we pack 8 in a 12 tray. We're going to take them and fill up the tray from one corner to the other. We're going to use a piece of steak paper in between so that they don't discolor the cube steaks. Family pack round cube steaks, a great value, especially for those of you who have those customers that are interested in a good value to feed a large family. Round cube steaks. Okay, next we're going to cut bottom round London broil. Now there's several different ways to cut bottom round. We're going to show you a basic cutting method. I've seen cutters that cut it from the center of the bottom, what we used to call a Swiss steak. I've seen cutters that take the side piece off and cut it in this direction. We're going to cut it on an angle coming up from where the tri-tips comes in from the top sirloin. And as our grain runs this way in the beginning, we're going to go against that angle as down to about over here to grab bottom round London broils. So now the first cut is got to be to square this piece off here. And this becomes a good piece for cube steaks or stew meat. I'm going to cut it at least an inch, inch and a quarter for the steak. Going against the grain, like that. Our bottom round roast out of this pot over here. Make our sandwich steaks, more cube steaks, more stew meat. There we go, a well-merchandised bottom round flat. We got some great cuts on it, everyday cuts for our customers, our consumers. We have a sandwich steaks in a single pack over here with 5 steaks in it, a 10 tray. We have a family pack sandwich steaks with 12 in a 12 tray. Same thing on cube steaks, 3 pack for a small one, 8 pack for a large one. Single London broils, family pack bottom round London broils. Round stew, you'll notice nice square, neat, clean, lean pieces of meat, so it's a good value to our customer. And a bottom round roast that's a little bit smaller than what the customer is used to, makes a nice presentation. This is Bob from HelpSaveTheButchers.com. Remember, the secret to running a great meat department is to do the basics really well.
Help save the butcher!